Hello Aquarius, how are you going? This is your July shadow reading. If you're returning to the channel, hello, you brave bunch you. And if you're new to the channel, welcome in. Shadow reading is where we face the parts of ourselves that we've hidden from or we're unconscious of or we just want to deny. So the deal is we face those so they don't affect us in the future. Learn and we grow. So let's see what fun we're having this month, shall we? Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. Now, what was I just saying? What was that? Something about making sure the future is better? I know, thanks. Spirit calls me. Winter's dream, gestation period for those of us in the southern hemisphere, hence the extra clothes and the 2 heaters. Yeah. It's cold in here, so we're, tucked right in looking at what we need to look at and radical acceptance. Beloved, radical acceptance. In this case, I think it's radical acceptance of you and learning to love yourself just as you are. Because ultimately, here's the thing. Radical acceptance and unconditional love of other people is fine, and that's what we all aim for. However, and there is a however, you can't give it unless you give it to yourself first. If you can't love yourself unconditionally, then you will place conditions on other people. If you can't accept your own imperfections, then you will judge other people's imperfections. Once you start looking at your own with open eyes, you become far, far less critical of other people. Trust me. Which is quite a nice place to be. You become much more forgiving, much more understanding. Anyway, I can't remember if I split those. Have a look. 5 of Swords. Yep. Overcoming the need to be right, the need to win at all costs, and starting fresh. Creating something new in a different way. Not creating things from the old I'm right, you're wrong. That's out. That's no more. We're looking at radical acceptance. How do you want that to look? What are you going to create so that that's what you're walking into in the future? 6 of Pentacles, Judgment, Choice, Death, Sun, goodness me, Hanged Man, lots of Mages, 6 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Okay. All right. So, so kind of want some give and take. This is wanting give and take, and you feel like at the moment you're doing all the giving. But this is part of I'm right, you're wrong. I give, you take, and that's all that happens. Excuse me, I have a very strange table. It's hard to get my legs around. Anyway, You feel like you're doing all the work. Now, the Judgment card pops up here to say, okay, let's have a look at this. Let's have a real honest look at it. Are you choosing to do all the work? And this is why it's an honest question. Are you choosing to do it all? If you say, well, who's going to do it if I don't? Well, either it doesn't get done or somebody else will pick it up. So you have to really look at how your choices are playing into your story. And our story is what we tell ourselves. There's always another way to look at it coming up with the Hanged Man. So with the Judgment card, it is giving you this big, it's kind of like one of those life moments of a red light saying, okay, stop, decision to be made, left or right. The T intersection, you can't go forward without going left or right. So you're up to one of those. And that's going to end something. It's going to cause a transformation of some description, either in you, probably in you, or in your situation. If you choose happiness and wanting to move towards happiness, you're going to have to see things in a different light. Hanged Man. You're going to have to look at things differently, because if you keep looking at things the same way, you're going to repeat the cycle. And the idea of a big life choice moment is to change the cycle, not the situation. You don't have to move to another city. You can if you want to. You don't have to. It's more about changing you, changing the way you see things, changing the way you believe things should be. And that's what's going to create the happiness that you're actually looking forward to. Moving forward, you're still going to have, you're going to leave something behind, obviously, with the Death card. But there could be some confusion about where to go, what to do. It's like this clean slate. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? What job do I pick? What house do I live in? What city do I move to? You know, that kind of choices. But you'll be successful. With the Nine of Pentacles here, you'll kind of get what you wished for. And you know what they say about that. So put it out there, but be specific. You've got the Emperor card here, and the Emperor is carrying someone on their shoulders. Now, in a lot of decks, he's very controlling and all of that, but I see in this situation, it's you returning to a place of carrying part of you that was wounded to begin with, going back and picking up your inner child and saying, okay, hop on my shoulders and I'll carry you and we can talk while we're going. So you're back to being a whole unit, you know, beloved, and acceptance of one another, all within. This will lead you to a whole new level of truth seeing. You will see things completely differently and you'll have this clarity that you'll want to share with your friends, family, and it will be a real moment of, this is what I've learned that I was hanging on to for so long and now I don't need it anymore. You'll find much more balance and you'll have fun with it. You'll have this enjoyment of this balance. And you'll be, the Queen of Pentacles is very, very grounded, very stable, but very generous and comforting, nurturing, but she's a part of that. She just doesn't give it to everybody. She gives it to herself as well. And so she's part of the collective that, you know, she gets to help nurture. And that's your fresh start. So you've got to kind of go through with the gestation period. That's the Seven of Cups part where you kind of go, I need to go within and think about this and where I want to go from here. Protecting the future is decide. That's the judgment. That's your judgment. And then be your own beloved. And I will talk to you soon. Please let me know how you go. Love you lots.